What do you do? It's clearly something's there on his neck, and they checked it out. Why would you do that? You know it's against the rules.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back.
Emptied his pockets. They kicked him out of the game. They found a foreign substance coming out of his pocket, and then out.
Number 9, Michael Pineda. Now, I'm putting this guy on the list because he got tossed from the game, but I'll be honest, there seems to be a lot of debate about whether this counts as cheating or not. Basically, Michael Pineda got called out for having pine tar on his hands and neck, which is supposed to give a pitcher a better grip, but can also make the ball move in unpredictable ways. No one actually knows if it actually works, and even the commentators try and justify what he's doing. With that said, he did get thrown out of the game, so I'm guessing the umpire definitely had his mind made up.
Another check of his back. By saying it's against the rules. Why would you have it so apparent on your neck and the other time on his hand? Well, what do you do? It's clearly something's there on his neck, and they checked it out. Why would you do that? You know it's against the rules. And you just had a major incident against this very same team, and you realize they were going to be looking. It makes no sense to me. I mean, we've talked.
Number 8, Tonya Harding. Figure skating isn't exactly the most popular sport in the world, but this scandal is so big that it's even been on the big screen. Everyone knows the story. Tonya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan were rivals, and the Olympics were coming up. So what happened? Tanya's husband and bodyguard teamed up to break Nancy's leg and ruin her chances of getting the gold. The thing is, it all went horribly wrong, with Nancy just getting a bruise and her winning silver in the Olympics. Both men got jail time. With that said, the real crime is that Tonya was banned from ever skating professionally again, even though she didn't know what had happened until afterwards. Number 7, Dwight Howard. Now this is a weird one, because it's hard to know if this guy didn't know the rules, or if he just didn't care. I mean, the ball had to be swapped in this game when officials noticed it was covered in stickum, but they obviously didn't know which player was responsible. With that said, it didn't take long for it to come out that it was Dwight Howard, and his reaction was pretty funny. Like, he just straight up admitted to doing it every single game, and even though the NBA said it was illegal, he just couldn't understand why it was such a big deal.
He's really a well-rounded player. In that first game, the Rockets had a 19-point lead early in the game, and Millsap's telling him to look at the ball. Must be sticky. There's an argument going on. The officials are saying that stickum is illegal, and the ball has stickum on it, and so they're going to have to exchange the ball. And the officials have warned both teams that stickum is illegal. Do not use it.
Number 6, Fernando Vicente. It's important to remember that it's not always the players who are cheating. Sometimes it's the bosses who are to blame. I mean, this Spanish boss had a winning basketball team in the Paralympics, but something just wasn't right. Basically, 10 of the 12 team members weren't disabled at all, but had tons of fake certificates saying they were intellectually handicapped. In fact, the truth only came out when their pictures were in the paper, and readers who knew them said they had IQs way above 70. So the medals were returned, but still, you have to be pretty low to fake something like that just for the gold.
This next bunch of characters run away with a gold medal when it comes to outrageous athletic misdemeanor, and in the process brought shame upon a whole nation.
We were encouraged to pretend to be stupid.
October the 24th, 2000, and it's the grand final of the intellectually disabled basketball competition for players with learning difficulties. It's Russia versus Spain. However, the Spanish have a secret advantage. 10 out of the 12 of them are perfectly normal, putting it on in the hope of winning gold.
Number 5, Brandon Jennings. Okay, so I know the players are cheating, but it's kind of funny that even the refs didn't notice at first. Basically, when a free throw was called, Jennings walked up to take it, even though he was nowhere near the play. No one noticed till after he had made the shot, and the ref only made them redo it because the other team called it out. The hilarious thing is, Jennings wasn't even mad about being caught. He just grinned and backed off, and there weren't any real consequences at all.
Check this play out. Andrew Bogut draws the foul. Now notice, Brandon Jennings isn't even a part of this play. Bogut is the one who got fouled. Jennings, he's an 81% free throw shooter. He walks to the line. Bogut, a 59% free throw shooter, he walks underneath. The Bucks are trying to pull a fast one. Nobody notices, including the ref. He gives Jennings the ball. Jennings shoots the free throw and makes it. And then people start to figure out, hey, wait a minute, man. He wasn't even involved. And Jennings like, what did I do?
Number 4, Sal Alosi. I've already said that it's not always just players in the wrong, and this is another case of the coach causing bad behavior. Apparently, the coach told 5 members of the Jets to form a human wall on the sidelines, just to influence where the Dolphins gunner would go. Once he was right where he wanted him, the coach straight up tripped the gunner and sent him sprawling on his face. The thing is, even once the plan came out, nobody could actually decide for certain which parts broke the rules and which didn't. In fact, people still can't agree, so feel free to fight it out in the comments.
He is on the Jets sideline. Boy, it looked like he got tripped by one of the members of the Jets staff. Well, this is just uncalled for in the NFL. Watch the knee here being stuck out on purpose to trip up Nolan Carroll. Not sure who that person is, but they should be ashamed of themselves for that type of that has no place in any athletic event.
Number 3, Ryan Mattis. Now it's obvious from this list that certain kind of cheats happen more than others, because this is the second baseball clip that ends with someone being thrown off for pine tar. Well, I guess that's not exactly true, because they didn't say it was pine tar, but either way, pitcher Mattis was removed for having a quote-unquote foreign substance on his arm. The crazy thing is, this happened less than a year after Pineda was removed for the same thing, and just a week after another player was caught doing it too. So yeah, it looks like the MLB definitely has a reoccurring problem.
It's going to be an awkward conversation. He's been thrown out of the game. Ryan Mattis becomes the second big league pitcher this week to get thrown out of a game for a foreign substance on his arm. Mattis thrown out in a scoreless game in the 12th.
Number 2, Renault F1 team. Now it's one thing to cheat when the only thing in danger is your team's reputation, but this time, there was way more at stake. Basically, the 2008 Grand Prix was fixed by Renault, and the way they did it put their own drivers, the other drivers,